And as always, we have full coverage as we take you to the bell and beyond.
Beyond the Bell, Bloomberg's comprehensive cross-platform coverage of the U.S. market close starts right now.
And right now, we are 2 minutes away from the end of the trading day. Romaine Bostic, Taylor Riggs, Sonali Bassick in for Caroline Hyde. We're counting you down to the closing bell on this Monday afternoon. Here to help take us beyond the bell, it's our global simulcast partners, Tim Stenovic and Kriti Gupta in for Carol Masser. We welcome our audiences across Bloomberg television and radio, as well as YouTube. And Tim, quite a day here. Yeah. Not a whole lot of conviction in the buying, not necessarily a whole lot of conviction in the selling. Mix it all together, and we're basically flat on the day.
Yeah, equity investors really can't make up their mind with what they want to do today. The S&P 500 seeing some tiny gains toward the end of the day, but still moving between gains and losses 9 times today. So really struggling to find that direction.
And this really speaks to the idea that, yes, light volume, but I think volatility hasn't necessarily taken a hit here. A lot of this driven by the angst, I think, around the Twitter story and, of course, Tesla as well, both of which have been moving when you look at an index basis. Something also to keep in mind is this is pretty common, right? Selling into the close. So no surprise here, but I'm curious if this continues into tomorrow.
You talk a lot about how many different times, 9, I believe you said, Tim, of switching from gains to losses.
I went through and I counted when I went GIP on the terminal.
Good math.
Yeah.
Did you count?
I don't know the Bloomberg
fingers,
function
like
for this yet. I've only been here for almost 2 years, but I'm sure there's one.
Wow. Yeah. See, he's so good. Sonali, I punt this on over to you because we go similar to a VIX as well that had been lower, higher. We again turned lower on the day and still a very low, just 22 handle.
Yeah, quite low compared to what we've seen, certainly. But you've got to wonder what's under the surface here, Taylor. We know that leverage is still quite high. And so can Wall Street afford a bigger loss than anything we've been seeing?
And, of course, you talk about volumes being tamped down. We're about 10 to 11% with regards to trading across the tape below where we would be not only on last Thursday, but about 11-12% below where we were over the 12-month average here. We should point out, of course, we had that shortened holiday week last week, and, of course, Passover still going on, so that's going to have a little bit of a dampening effect as to who's around to trade. The Dow Jones Industrial Average looks like it's going to finish the day down about a tenth of a percent, about 38, 39 points. The S&P, let's just call it unchanged on the day. It's down less than 1 point, while the NASDAQ composite is down about a tenth of a percent or 19 points. The Russell 2000, and we should point out the NASDAQ 100, by the way, did actually poke into the green right here at the close, and that's going to finish higher by about a tenth of a percent. The Russell 2000, Taylor, are going to finish the day down by 0.7 of a percent.
Yeah, you look at what actually moved today. The 196 stocks in the S&P 500 moved higher, though 306 declined. So in terms of what actually